Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daig, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, and also I'm true speaker, healer, energy worker, guide, mentor, co-creator, and galactic ambassador from Pleiadians. And with me today is two lovely ladies, Morganne Rayne, spiritual consultant, gratefully providing access to high dimensions of being. Morganne has been called healer of healers as a way to describe her unique spiritual tools she shares. Morganne is here to serve those who seek greater understanding of their sacred spiritual self, have the deep desire to integrate that consciousness in their 3D world. And with us is Jeannie Rayne as well, licensed psychotherapist in state of Washington, working primarily with early childhood trauma, sexual abuse, and emotional neglect, helping clients empower themselves. Jeannie sees herself as lifetime student of growth. She continually takes classes to enhance her knowledge base. And please remember, if you or your family or friends are interested in personal therapy and healing, you can reach out to Morganne, Jeannie, or myself for private sessions. All contact details are in the description below the video. If you like what I do, please remember like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube and Rumble channel. Okay, lovely ladies, hello, hello, hello. With little bit delay of 10 minutes, we are here and we have somebody who joined us. Please, please, guys who join us, please say hello to us. Ask questions, please participate in our discussions. So, great to see you again. How you been?
Well,
you know, I'm living the life.
We all have, and we all so much going on. That's unbelievable. I don't know. Maybe I start with everything what my guidance was making me read. Last minute, I nearly was late for our show just because they literally in last 10 minutes decided me to give me more and more information. So I don't know how to talk with them. I will be very cross next time when I speak to them.
You would tell them, okay, you have 5 minutes, go.
No, I've been many times. They all the time now, for a few months now, they giving me information about 15 minutes before start of show.
Yep.
Yeah, last minutes, I don't have time to even rehearse the reading through it. I literally been given, and today I haven't rehearsed anything. I just been giving what I have to say, and that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to ask you to read it slowly.
I'll try. I try my best.
Okay. Thank you. I want to catch every word. So
I will. Don't worry. I will send you all this information anyway, so you don't have to write down every.
No, it's not that I want to write it down. I want to hear it.
Okay.
I want to hear
it. Oh, please, Greater Holy Spirit, speak through my voice, through my thoughts, through my energy. Okay. Let's go for it. Now is happening recalibration specifically between your crown chakra, connection to source, divine guidance, and your root chakra, foundation, safety, trust into human experience. This is about bringing heaven in your body, about trusting your visions and feeling safe enough to ground them into your life. This plasma energy is like liquid light. It clears out dense imprints, activates crystalline codes in your DNA, and allows your body to hold more light, more consciousness, intuition, and divine awareness. It's like software update for your entire energy system. You may be feeling things like pressure in your head or ringing in your ears, back or neck tightness, especially along the spine, which is your main energetic antenna, your nerve system, or your cellular memory. Hormonal fluctuations or menstrual shifts, womb root clearing, mental fog, digestive shifts, vivid or intense dreams, restlessness, sensitivity, or sudden waves of emotion, feeling expanded one moment and deeply grounded the next, root sensations, tingling, lower back aches, or oneness in leg or oneness in legs and so on. This your nerve systems recalibrating to higher frequency. Your spinal column, which acts like antenna between earth and source, is adjusting to carry more of your true light. And on a soul level, this is teaching you something powerful. The expansion doesn't have to feel unsafe. The growth doesn't have to be chaotic. That you can be deeply rooted in your body and connected to your cosmos at the same time. This upgrade is preparing you to hold more of your divine blueprint in your human life, not just during meditation or ritual, but in your everyday being. You may feel like you are receiving inner guidance, downloads, or even telepathic insight. That's the communication with galactic councils, higher realms, and soul families, helping to guide this ascension process. You are not alone in this, and none of this is random. These final moments of Neptune in Pisces are sacred waters, the last cleansing before dawn. You are not losing your way. You are being unmade from what was never truly you. Let the tides carry away these stories, the attachments, the illusions of smallness. Sit softly in your own stillness. Feel the sea of yourself, remembering its depth. Every wave to break is an ending. Every silence after is a beginning. For when Neptune leaves Pisces, you will rise from ocean of your becoming not as a seeker of light, but as a light itself. I trust in the power and magic of universe. I believe in miracles. Miracles happen to me every day in every way. And also, I needed to remind about morning manifestation, what I was reading last week. Today, I choose to love myself deeply. I honor my soul, my body, and my heart. As I fill myself with love and the universe reflects it back to me. I no longer chase or force. I allow. Every need I have is met with ease because I am aligned with divine abundance. The more I love myself, the more the universe provides for me. I am all. I am worthy. I am supported. And today, all that I need flows to me easily and effortlessly in perfect timing. So, such a message.
A great way to start. What you think about that, Jeannie?
Oh, I loved it. I
And
loved
feel
every
how
word.
you feel about it.
Um, it's interesting as they talked about filling your body with heaven. I started to do that, and it's you know, you just get into love, and it's there, and it's beautiful, you know, and it's a beautiful roadmap to how to live each moment of the day.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some powerful words there. I made some notes or some things that I kind of want to talk about in that. I also wrote about, I wrote down bring heaven into your body, because I think that really, if we're talking about bringing heaven on earth, then let's start with our own physicality and consciously bring our, it already exists in us. Let's just go there. It already exists. It's just us waking up to, oh, heaven's alive in me. So really, it's that. So it's more about bringing the awareness of heaven to your consciousness. And again, I also on your second piece on morning manifestations, you say I allow. I love that, because I allow heaven. I allow the presence of heaven, because like in Course in Miracles, we talk about the right mind and the wrong mind, right? Wrong mind was there is no heaven, and the right mind is heaven's right here. It's present where you are, right? So in some ways, okay, so in some ways we have to be our own disruptor, and with our ego, right? And I'll go back at Daga and I pre-show, we're talking about what's happening in the community I live in. And there is a huge disruptor presence that is got people um, crazy. Let's just go there. They just, you know, everybody's having these reactions to it. But we do the same thing, right? When our egoic sense or our preconceived beliefs or our societal training or parental training, whatever we have that have formed beliefs, ideas, blah, 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 whatever doesn't work for us, we got to disrupt that, right? There's a power in the disruption. So in our own disruption, that going back to that right thinking, wrong thinking piece, right? Well, so what's the bridge? Because we talked it in when we talk about in the Course in Miracles, we talk about what's that bridge from wrong thinking to right thinking, right? And when we encounter that that wrong thinking or the challenges, uh, that disruptor energy, right? We can sink into ourselves and find out those aspects of us that are wanting to be released, those thoughts, those beliefs, those feelings that are ready to be released, that are screaming to be released sometimes, that sometimes we just hang on to that stuff forever. So in having, so I bring up this disruptor interrupter because that's been in my field for about 2 weeks now. And yesterday I had to confront it face to face and, you know, just be really present with the power and the presence of love and good. And it was very interesting to be in the presence of disruptor energy with love. So this brings me back to what we're talking about. When we allow the presence of heaven within us and these disruptor energies come up, whether from the outside that, you know, come into our world or from the inside, right? Because they come from the inside too. And what is that disruptor energy? If we have the consciousness of heaven within us, having that disruptor energy is just a matter of choosing. If we don't have it, then it's a matter of hanging on and that feeling like it's being ripped away from us, when actually those energies just need to shift and move and flow so that we get back into our our right our right flow, so that we can connect that beautiful, that spinal, that electrical circuit we got going, right? We can connect to the heavens via our crown chakra. If you want to look at it on an external viewpoint, but already that power, that heaven, that connection already exists. It's just us waking up and seeing it.
And listening to it as well.
Oh,
Very much about listening. I have one client who I teach as usual. The very first what I teach is be in a moment. In this moment, just check in regularly on how you feel, what your thoughts are, and so on. And she said, I've been walking through this road for days and days and weeks, and I never noticed that there stops very interesting car with very interesting sign. There blooms some very beautiful bush, and there is bike with some biker which really I like, and so on. She sees the road where she walks even completely differently now.
yeah. Yeah, your eyes see different because remember, what we see is what we're projecting from our beliefs, our ideas, our fears, or from our light and our love, right? When we are our projector is viewing with the information of love and light and peace and joy and all that goodness, right? All that higher expression on that map of consciousness, then colors are more beautiful. People are just, there you can see the spiritual aspect of them. You meet them one to one, not the other, right? It's not the actually I wrote about that here too. Actually, I know where it is. It's in this about the other, right? Today is about looking at that. So maybe we'll get into that in a little bit. But when we begin to fill our minds and our hearts with things that are lovely, things that are good, things of good report, removing ourselves from the outer experience enough so that we can access who we truly are. And that's what we really need to do so that when we are in the outer experience, we're in that outer experience stable in our right minds, with capacities that are linked to the Holy Spirit, and it leads our way. So, yeah. Jeannie, what you got to say about that?
Before Jeannie says something, please, guys who is watching us, please put your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah.
Put your questions in the comments. Please actively interact with us. We are ready to speak to you. We are here to give you answers on many of your questions if we are able to. So please interact with us.
So,
Jeannie,
so what I do is, so I go outside and with the intention that I'm going to have a nature bath, and I commune with nature. I talk with it, I pray with it. I just it just puts me in a really good place, and it's almost like getting like childlike, and to be able to do that, and it's just a really good practice I have. So
you just reminded me of last week when I was hanging out with my almost 7-year-old granddaughter. She's so excited. She's good. She's almost 7. We had I'd taken her to her class, and before we left, she goes, "Oh, Grandmama, look at the sky!" And she was like vibrating. It was so beautiful. So we just bathed ourselves in the pinks and the blues and the clouds and and it was just like talking about how that how it feels and how it makes us feel, and just the sharing of that that experience, right? That glory, that beauty. So we had a cloud sky bath.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I had I had beautiful scenery, morning sunsets, sunrises, but as well, my friend was recently on a cruise uh, through Norway. She was sailing from Southampton, going to Norway, and then 3 stops in Norway and back again. Yeah, week cruise, and she was thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures because she was in a cabin with the balcony, and she most of the time spent every morning, every evening, every day she spent on the balcony taking pictures of those fjords and in sunrises, sunsets. It was, I was for 3 hours entertained with, oh, wow, you see this? Oh, wow.
It's easy to do it when you are immersed in nature. It's really easy to experience that. But what if you're not immersed in nature? What if you are in the concrete jungle?
I wasn't in the nature at the time I went visit her, but there is beautiful pictures. Everyone can access beautiful pictures at the moment on the internet. You don't have to even be in some other place.
Well, but if you are in a city or a place that isn't offering you, like I live in lushness, but I choose that. I choose that because that's what I love to surround myself with. Um, but if you live, I'm thinking about, there is a quote that about peace, right? It's about having the experience of peace even in the presence of the noise and the clamor. And that is, I think that when we are, so I'll step back, because where I was yesterday, even though I was in beauty, I was in, a conflict, right? There was a conflict, and I had to willingly walk into that conflict, right? As centered, powerful, present love. And I had to do that. Did I want to walk into conflict? I wouldn't choose that on a daily basis, but I needed to walk into the conflict connected and sourced and powerful, but soft, right? Not coming in like guns a blazing. It's coming in soft and gentle and peaceful, but connected to the power. And when we do that, so what happened was that the situation became quieter, more connected, and saner in the conversation. So that's, but it's, so there's that. So if you need to fill yourself in the presence of conflict, or I call the city the concrete jungle, or in an environment where you can't like readily connect visually to nature, you can do this through connecting to peace, connecting to, like, even though you may not be experience peace, ask the Holy Spirit to guide you there. Guide me to the peace. Guide me to the love right now. Guide me now, right? And it's within you. The thing is, people are looking outside of themselves for the experience when it's actually within you. And the within you is where you need to go to ask and let it be revealed. So it's easy to be in a beautiful place. Well, here we got autumn going like firecrackers around here, right? So it's easy to get awestruck. And in England, I think they call it gobsmacked. I actually like gobsmacked. because the visuals are so beautiful. But realize those visuals is what you're seeing, right? Your consciousness sees that. Other people might see a big pile of leaves that need to be raked up and hate it, right? But we see the beauty in it and the joy in it. It just depends upon where you're coming from. So get that place where you're coming from, connected, anchored in the energy that you want to come from. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a matter of choice.
it is. It is. And if you don't like what you're looking at, choose again.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I'm choosing again.
Right, because it's all internal. What you're looking at.
Every bit of outside of you, the external is not even real. It's what you created.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a high thought, right? Not most people can really get that, but it's really the truth. All of this is a projection of who we are, every bit of it, including the conflict I had to walk into yesterday. It's a projection of who I am. So how do I enter into it? With peace, with love, with connected to all knowing. So.
Right. And what I like about that, Morganne, is that you walked into it fully conscious, and you didn't. You could have avoided it, and you chose not to.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, people are going, don't do that. You're going to be sorry. It's not going to be good. And I go, that's your experience.
Right. And so you chose to walk in there consciously and do something different and bring the energy differently.
Yep.
You know, and the key there was that you walked in consciously. And because what you actually did was you showed up in a way that other people may not have, because they would have avoided it. They wouldn't have gone near it. But it takes courage to show up the way you did.
Mm-hmm.
And because of it, you were able to change things.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were conscious and made a choice to show up, even in a bit of fear, probably.
Well, I didn't. That's the very interesting part. I had no fear because I knew God was with me. I had absolutely no fear. I had more what I call that curiosity. We were talking
Mm-hmm.
about you were talking about that child mind, right? When you
Mm-hmm.
when you're experience curiosity is also that place where rather than choosing to be angry, a lot of people are angry about this, confused. I mean, I can just watch it. It's like, whoa. I need to be totally opposite of all of this. I need to be centered. I need to be clear. I need to be connected to divine knowing. I need to do that, right? And it's just really interesting. We're people to people, right? We're humans to humans. We're soul to soul. We're spirit to spirit, but we forget that. And so, in this work that I'm doing in the community, um, the only way that I can do this is with this consciousness. I couldn't do it any other way. Otherwise, I would be caught up in the swirl of what everyone else is caught up in. And that does nothing except create more swirl, more confusion, more suffering, all of that. I'm not willing to be a party to that. So I work with it in a way that it's like, nope, we're going to have mediation. We're doing a mediation, right? Just get on it, stay on it, and be present to whatever is going on. And really, I look at when I'm presented with one of these things like this disruptor energy, it's like, what else is showing up in my life as disruptor energy? Am I paying attention? Am I being disrupted for good? Am I being disrupted for someone's pleasure? Am I being, it's like, you got to ask those questions. If you don't ask the questions, you don't know. So when disruption comes your way, I'd be starting to question that. So I would welcome some disruption in certain areas of my life.
Right, because that's where the growth is.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and what I hear you saying is, what enabled you to do that most powerfully was your connection with the divine.
Yep.
That's in a nutshell.
Yep.
It couldn't happen without that.
Nope. Nope. You know, I've done these things in for people before, right? And I do the same process. I don't do typical mediations. I set consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I set consciousness, and when they walk into the room where it's going to happen, they feel that, and they will. Mostly, people will say, "Wow, what's going on in here? It feels good." Yeah, I've been steeping myself in love here. Welcome into it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So you can, and that's the thing that people don't get, that what you are, what your frequency is, what you are transmitting, people feel that. They do.
Absolutely. I do all the time for other people's.
Exactly. So it's our responsibility to get ourselves to be the frequency that we want to be in the world, and walk in that, and stay in that, and not let disruptor energy move you in over to the wrong the wrong mind, right? To the wrong thinking. Yeah, you stay in the presence of. I was I think everybody knows here I still read Bible, and I participate in a couple of Bible groups, and they were talking about God show God showing up like at the bitter end, right? So there's like Daniel in the lion's den. I don't know how many people here even know about scripture, but there's in the Old Testament, Daniel was put into a lion's den for telling the truth, right? And then when he came out, all of a sudden the lions like laid down at his feet, right? God in motion, right? And I loved this one when I was a kid. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I used to love to say that when I was a kid. three. I don't know if they were prophets, or I think they were something like a prophet, right? Well, they were thrown into the fiery furnace, right? And in the furnace, what they noticed was there were 4 beings inside walking around in the fire, and then they all emerge out of the fire untouched. The presence of God showing up even in, and even if that's a metaphor, I don't know, I wasn't there, so I can't say, oh, that was true, right? But even as a metaphor, God showing up in your life if you allow that, right? So yeah, it's we have to ask for it. We have to be plugged into it. We have to allow it. What was that on the? I wrote that. I allow. I put it in a little box. I allow. I allow. Yeah.
I all the time getting this message that you all we all, each of and every one of us, have this huge support team around of angels, guiding masters, ancestors, so many entities around us who are ready and willing to help us. Yeah, but if we don't notice their nudges, if we do not say thank you for whatever little things they do for us, and we don't notice them, and if we don't ask for their help, nothing will change, because they cannot help if we not ask.
Yeah, you know, Okay, so I had to go to urgent care. I don't know if I was on the show last week when that had already happened. Because messed up my shoulder. Actually, no, now I have a torn rotator cuff. Now we'll discover how torn it is. So, but that's, that's an MRI in the future. But so the day that I knew I needed to go into urgent care because I had a huge weekend planned of cooking for the community, right? And so there's like that takes a lot of energy, the shopping, the prep, the cooking, and all that. So I went to urgent care. And before I went in, I was like, did my prayer work, right? I connected. I said, everything works out in my favor here. Everything is good. I walked into that place. There was nobody in there, which is like, that does not happen. Usually those rooms are packed out. Not one person in there. And then the intake lady, her name was, let me just, Magdalena Sophia. And I go, oh my heavens. I go, well, angel number one. And Magdalena Sophia, like, just scooped me up and like had everything orchestrated for me I was in and out of all of that, including x-rays, in about 25 minutes. It's just like, that's like unheard of. Okay, so now I'm in and out, and I have to wear a sling sometimes to immobilize it if it gets flared up. So she says, I want you to wear this for 2 days, 48 hours. And I'm going, how am I going to cook? How am I going to shop? And then I just went, okay, I have to do all of these things, but I know the presence and the power of God is with me, supporting me every step of the way. So I go to, if we have here, I don't know if you have, I don't think you have them there. They're called Costco's. They're like these big, huge box stores. And that's where I had to go. And I just went, okay, angels will be with me every step of the way. See, I'm affirming this the whole time. I'm just not letting it up to the universe. I guess I'm ordering it up, right? And this guy, went over to reach out my cart, and he goes, oh, let me get that for you. And he yanked on it, and here you go. And then so I go in, and I'm reaching for something, saying, oh, let me get that for you. I can't tell you how many times people, oh, let me get that for you, right? And then I'm done shopping, and I go to my car, and I don't know where they came from. 2 women all of a sudden were present there, unloading my cart and putting it in my car and saying, is it good here? Is this where you want this? I go, how many angels showed up that day? A whole bunch, right? A whole bunch came. And I just like, I in that experience, I could have been exhausted, in pain. I had pain, but that, it's like, whatever. It could have been a really bad experience for me, but it was a joyful experience. It was totally joyful. It's so bizarre, and I love it. And that's how it works. But you got to call on them. You got to allow it, and you have to allow them to work in your life. Prepare the way before me. Prepare the way before me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Maybe we can start meditation, because we for few times we didn't have time to actually have nice, good meditation. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, we still did.
And we still did, though. Yeah, every time we do. All right. I think only one time have we ever not had meditation. So
No, we have.
And how many, in 127 shows, well, more than that, but that's what the counter has here.
That's only this shows.
This show. Yeah. Not
I some guess, but those what we done with Alicia Ann is absolutely different. That's another count.
Mhm.
I need to have a look. I have this also saved, so I will have a look how many we done actually with Alicia Ann as well.
Mhm.
So let's see. It will be interesting to find out the real count
Mhm.
of your work. It's enormous work, and everybody who is watching at the moment, please go back, watch those shows, because there is so much Morganne's wisdom in this 127 plus shows. At that moment on my screen is 1818. Yeah, so we are exactly on point. We are doing something right here
Yep.
and saying something right here.
We're being in the presence of our purpose. All right, let's do this. Okay, beloveds. If you got anything crossed, legs, arms, fingers, uncross everything. And just open up your body temple to allow the energy to flow. Get your feet on the floor. Even if you're wearing shoes, get your feet onto the floor. If you can get your shoes off, that's even better. But begin to experience, first of all, let's experience, what does that feel like to have my feet on the floor? Feel your feet. Like, is your whole foot on the floor? Is part of it? Can you feel your toes? You know, come into an awareness of just your feet, those in gratitude. Oh my goodness, your feet, what they do for you, how they serve you, how they move you from one place to another. And so I'm just going to invite us to close our eyes and go in and let's sense of energy to our feet, some gratitude energy. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to move from one location to the other safely. And just feel that energy of those feet touching the ground, feeling the energy. And it's not just a touch, it's just like feel the energy in the feet. Not just the feet, but now feel the energy of the feet. And in reflexology, when they work on your feet, they touch every aspect of your body temple. Are you aware of that? That the foot, through that foot, you can access every aspect of your body temple. So just think about that for a moment. Isn't that miraculous? And so again, let's now, with that information, let's put our energy on our feet. Feeling our toes, feeling where the heel lands. With that understanding that my foot is direct connection to my entire body temple. Take a breath in. And so as we've got our feet grounded, awakened, and remembered that they are definitely energy portals to our entire body temple, let us now begin to align the rest of us. So that beautiful spine that Daga was talking about, I want you to find your erect position with your feet on the floor, your back straight, and your spine straight, all the way up your back into your neck, into the atlas bone. And from there, at the atlas, just say, align now. Align now. And in aligning through the atlas, it aligns the entire physicality, the structure, the bone structure of you. Just allow yourself to align. What would it feel like to have your entire body temple aligned, flowing? Imagine that. Look at it. See it. See the energy, the energetic electrical cord that you have. See it alive. See it aligned. See it flowing, that electrical current flowing from the base stem of your brain all the way down your spine, waking up that spine, feeling the experience of that electrical energy moving up and down with no blockages. And if there are blockages, send some love and some light to those areas and tell it to align now. And just allow your body to continue to align and fall into its natural place. As we continue down that spine and you're at your root chakra, and from that root chakra, we're going to go into the legs, all the way down the legs, waking up the legs, all the way down to those feet, all the way down to those feet that we've already got awakened. And this time, with all of that energetic portals that are on the bottom of your feet that have access to your entire physicality, we're going to also now extend those energetic portals down through the earth into the center of the earth to Mother Gaia, all the way down. And use your imagination. Please use your imagination of seeing those energetic portals move from the bottom of your feet all the way through the crust of the earth, all the way down. It does it rapidly. It's there, it's present, and they're at the center of the earth, connected to our divine Gaia that we live on, that allows us to inhabit her. And not only that, she gives forth of herself for our sustenance, for our well-being, for our goodness. So as we are connected to the center of Gaia, give her great thanks. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for providing all that I need. Thank you. Because our body temples need our nurturance. The body temples need the electrical movement. The body temples need all of that. And so as you are there giving thanks to Divine Mother for all that she provides, see that flow up those beautiful portals up through your feet. All that pure, rich energy that Divine Mother, she holds all the minerals and the vitamins and the energy and the magic. So allow that to come up, those beautiful portals that are in your feet. Feel it come up. Feel it moving up through the portals, up your legs. Feel all of that sustenance and health and vitality and magic. Just come up your legs and meet your tail chakra there. And bring that energy up through that spinal column, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, up into the neck, connected at the brain stem. And just allow all that energy to come up, all that sustenance, all that beauty. And then at the brain stem, allow that energy now to flow into your brain, awakening your brain, awakening your third eye, awakening the pineal, awakening all the systems within your body temple. Command them awake. They're all awake now. And allow that energy just to move all the way up to the top, to the crown chakra. And at the crown chakra, Many say this is the portal to heaven. Heaven is within us, but it's helpful to know that the crown chakra is a gateway to the connection. So move up to your crown chakra, experience and feel that crown. What does that feel like? Is yours closed? Is it open? Is it partly open? If it's closed or partly open, say crown chakra open. Just tell it to open. You're in control. So allow that crown chakra to open. And if it's helpful for you to see a color, typically the color violet is associated with this crown chakra, but also gold. And so begin to see your crown chakra. And allow that energy to begin to emanate from the top of your crown out as far as possible as the energy can possibly reach. So see all that beautiful energy that you've garnered from Mother Earth that has risen up the portals in your feet up through your spine and connecting you to the source and the substance of that is. And imagine what that feels like, being connected to Divine Mother all the way down to her core, and connected to Divine Source all the way up through your crown chakra and into the infinite as far as it possibly can go. And just for a moment, be with that. See yourself fully present on earth and fully present in heaven. Take a breath in and cement that in your energetic body. Breath in, relax, be connected. And now imagine that that connection from heaven is just pouring into you or downloading into you your holy presence. You're connected to source presence. Just allow that to move in and keep relaxing your body as this comes in. Receive it. Allow it. This beautiful plasmatic source of energy, intact, whole, the presence of love. Just allow that to come pouring in through that beautiful crown chakra, all the way down through the brain, into the core of your spinal column, allowing that light, that beautiful energy to enter into your electrical system, your spinal cord. And allow that energy to travel all the way down your spinal cord, all the way down through your portals in your feet, and connect to Mother Earth. Now we are bringing heaven to earth. Take a breath in. We don't just bring it to self, we bring it to earth for the whole. Continue to relax. Continue to allow. Continue to be at peace. Breath in. Breath out. Relax. Allow the energy in. Breath in. Breath out. Relax. Relaxation is the allowing point. We allow the flow of it through us and for us, and through us and for all. And as we have activated this spinal center, it's also activated all our chakras. It's activated our circulatory system, our digestive system, our circulatory system, digestive system, respiratory system, all the systems in high functioning, beautiful experience of being. And relax. Allow. And then invite us all to move into our hearts, the intersection of the divine and the physical. As we offer gratitude this day for the words that have been given, the words that have been spoken, the consciousness that has been activated, from our hearts we give thanks. Moving into that frequency of gratitude. Beautiful gratitude, so grateful. And in that gratitude, we leave you, divine ones, for it is that consciousness, the frequency of gratitude that you offer to our world. It's part of our purpose for being here. It's a frequency. It's a frequency. Be in that frequency of gratitude for everything you see and feel and experience. Breath in. Breath out. Relax into that consciousness of gratitude. And so, dear ones, we leave you here, for gratitude will lead the way. Gratitude will open doors. Gratitude will reveal your purpose. And so in love and light, we are grateful. So grateful you are here. So grateful you are offering your own beings to our world. Thank you for saying yes to this incarnation. For without each of us that have said yes, this experience of evolution and transformation could not happen. It is us. It is we who together are one force, one life, one love, one conscious experience affecting our world, being the love disruptors, being the peace, bringing the peace, disrupting the chaos, bringing the love, disrupting the hate. Be the force of disruption that brings beauty and love and light to all. And for that, we give thanks. And so it is.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very difficult to speak. I'm still there. Jeannie, do you have something to say?
Thank you, ladies. Beautiful. Thank you, Morganne, for that powerful meditation. Thanks for everyone watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, ladies, for your time. Thank you for your knowledge, for sharing this knowledge. I'm extremely grateful to you, actually, with me, and we managed to together share this wisdom to everyone. Thank you, Morganne. Thank you, everybody who joined us today and who will be watching this. Please remember, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube and Rumble channel so we can reach more and more people with this beautiful information. activations, information. And please join us next week. Have a wonderful week and God bless.